Beis, Amud Aleph, we'll begin Lamed Aleph Amud Beis, 3 lines from the bottom. Chana spoke sharply, Neged Shemayim. She threw her words, Neged Shemayim, because how do we know that Shenemar Vatismala al Hashem? It doesn't say el, it says al, against. Melamed Shetiach Dvorm Klapim Mala. V'amar Belazar, similarly, Eliyahu Itiach Dvorm Klapim Mala. He also spoke sharply. He threw his words negative Hashem. Shenemar Vata Hasi Baisas Livam Acharon, as you turned their hearts away, so you were responsible for it. Where do we see the Rabban Shalom agreed? And he admitted, he said, because I caused them to do Ra. I caused them to do the Ra. If not for these 3 psukim, the feet of Klal Yisrael, they would not be able to stand up. That Rosh Hashanah is taking the blame, so to speak, so that takes the blame off of us. You are like the clay in the hands of the person who makes the pots. You are that you are Beis Yisrael. You are in my hands, the Rabban Shalom, like the Chaimer B'yad HaYotzer, meaning the Rabban Shalom could influence them one way or another. So it's really in his hands. I will remove this heart of stone from your hearts and give you a leiv of basa. So therefore, it's up to Rabban Shalom could remove the Yetzer Hara from us. He could do it. So therefore, it takes the blame away from us if he could have removed that and removed the Yetzer Hara. Rapapa amamehachav esruchi eken bekirbechem ve'asisi esashe bechukai telech. I will put my ruach into you, and you will follow my ways. So you see, it's in the hands of the Rabban Shalom for us to do what he wants us to do. Moshe also spoke sharply through words, klapi mala. It says, V'yispal Moshe el Hashem. Al tikri el Hashem el al Hashem. Don't read it with el towards, but el on with an ayin, not with an aleph, but with an ayin. Sometimes they're interchanged. They interchange the aleph and ayin, and here also we can say it's interchanged. And the pele is we can, but why take it away from Pshuta Shel Mikra in order to interpret it in a somewhat derogatory way, Klapi Moshe Rabbeinu? Why should we take it out of the Pshuta Shel Mikra to darshan in that way? The Slach says because it's mash from the pasuk V'yispal Moshe el Hashem. It seems to be that that's a standalone statement. Well, what is it? So it seems to be that gufa is the statement. That itself is the statement that he spoke. Not El, but Al, against Hashem. That alone is the statement that he spoke against Hashem, so to speak. In the beginning of Dvorim, Moshe Rabbeinu gives Musar to Bnei Yisrael, and it says these are the places where he spoke to Bnei Yisrael. One of the places is Dizav. My Dizav. Where is this place? Place Dizav. What is that place? This is what he said. It's part of what the Teicha that he said. He said, "B'shul kesef zav sheishpata lahem Yisrael achamru dai hu gorm shal egel." This zav is a reference to the egel. That there's a part of the Teicha that they made the egel. But this zahav is in a way he's now reflecting the blame and turning it klapi mala. It's because of this gold you gave him an overabundance of gold until they said, "Die, this zahav, enough." They gave him too much, and that caused them, that enticed them to do the aver, to do the egel. And we see this concept. We say a lion doesn't roar when he has a kupa of tevin, a box of straw. That doesn't give him, embolden him, and cause him to roar and incite his yetzer. When he has a kupa shel basar, when he's satiated and he feels strong, then he roars. Klal Yisrael, they give him too much gold, that causes them to do these affairs. Marshall's a person, he had a para, he had a cow that was skinny, didn't have fat, and it was bony. He found veg, and he started to rebel and kick. So who was Amar Le? What caused you to rebel? I gave you to eat. That caused you to rebel against me. It's a much person had a son. He washed him, he bathed him, and he anointed him with oil, gave him to eat and drink. Gave him a pouch of money around his neck. And then he put him on the opening door. What do you want from the child? What's he going to do and not do an affair? That's the expression people say, that person fills his stomach, that is filling the stomach is all kinds of bad things happen when a person has a full stomach. From a full stomach, he comes all day types of there. It's because they ate vayisbo savu, they became filled and sated. Therefore, then they forgot Hashem. And you see, Rahman Islam throughout history, unfortunately, Rahman Islam, that process repeated itself then throughout the Golas, when they had an overabundance, it led to bad things. Rav Nachman Amrahach v'ram levavcha, v'ram levavecha v'shachach, that's Hashem. It's ram levavecha, you became bagayvadik, then you forgot Hashem. Rabban Amrahach v'achal v'sava v'dashen v'fana. They'll eat and become full and fat, and then they'll turn away to Avodah Zarah. They became fat, and then they rebelled, and then they kicked. Where do you see the Rebbeinu Shalom admitted that it was because he gave them all this gold that caused them to do the egel? How do we know that he was Maidam? Because it says Shenemer, a case of here, Beisi Lachem Vezov, also Labao. I gave them all this wealth, and they were Avodah Zarah to worship the Baal, Avodah Zarah. Hashem said when he was on Har Sinai that Klal Yisrael made the egel. He said to Moshe, well, go down from the mountain. Moshe, go down from your greatness. Why did I elevate you and I give you this godless? Because of Klal Yisrael, because you're the man of Klal Yisrael. What do I need you if they're chatu? Your greatness is only because you're their leader. So he had no more strength to speak after that. But when Rebbeinu Shalom's hair of me, he said, let me go. He said, let me go, and I will destroy them. Then Moshe Amar Moshe, Dovid totally be. So he said, oh, I see that it's dependent on me. Rebbeinu Shalom says, leave me. Must be that it's totally on me. There's a vakesh rachmim. Mashal melech shekah sal b'nai. The king got angry at his son, and he was giving him terrible makas. He's hitting him terribly. And his friend was sitting by, and he was petrified, he was scared, didn't want to say a thing. And the king said, he said, if not for the fact that my good friend is here, I would have killed you. So the friend said, oh, see that it's dependent on me, he saved him. So Rebbeinu Shalom said, leave me alone, I'll get angry and make you into a great nation. If not for the pasuk, you would not be able to say it. What does the pasuk imply? Moshe Rabbeinu was holding on to the Rebbeinu Shalom. Gadam shutayfus, a chaver, a big like someone who holds on to his friend on his bag. And Rebbeinu Shalom. I'm not going to let go until you're meichel them. Continuing on with the Rabbeinu Shalom, we said after the Chet HaEgel, he said to Moshe Rabbeinu, I'll make you into a great nation. Amar Rabbi Elazar, Amar Moshe Rabbeinu Baruch Rabbeinu Shalom. Uma kisa shel sholosh regalim, and sholosh raglayim, and a yochalam and lefanecha b'shas kalsa manach, a stool that has 3 legs, that has sholosh raglayim. You cannot stand in front of you in your anger, even though it's secure. It has a stool, 3 legs. It stands securely, but nevertheless, in your anger, it cannot withstand your anger. So now you want to destroy Klal Yisrael that has the amudim, the legs, the foundations of the 3 avos. That can't stand. So kisa shel regel achas halachas kama v'kama. A kisa that's only one, or that's standing only on me, certainly cannot withstand your anger. And also I'll be embarrassed from the avos. I'll come to the avos and they'll say to me, look at this leader. He wants the greatness for himself. He was not mvakish rachim on Klal Yisrael. How can I face the avos? Vayachal Moshe as Pnei Hashem, as Moshe pleaded with the Rabbeinu Shalom, Amar Elazar Malav Sham and Moshe b'tfilah v'nei Kodesh Baruch Hu ad shehechlau. That he stood in front of tefillah until that he davened so hard that he wore him down. He agreed to him. V'Rav Amar ad shehefer lo neder. The lashon that when it says Vayachal means a lashon of to be made for the neder. Of lo yachil devora, of being made for a neder. Ad shehefer lo neder. Ksiv hacha vayachal. Ksiv hasam lo yachil devora. By a neder it says he should not annul his words of his neder. So we learn out the same context. V'amar mar hu eino meichel v'lecher moichem bo. A person cannot make his neder chulin. He cannot go against his neder, but acherem, he can go to a chacham to be mated the neder. So ushmul amar. So therefore, he says over there, so what it means is that he davened to, that the Rabbeinu Shalom should therefore, the neder that he made, he should now be materet and forgive Klal Yisrael. Ushmul amar malamid shemos rasol misolem, that Moshe Rabbeinu gave his life, he risked his life for Klal Yisrael. Shenemar ve'im ayin echeni na misifrecha. If you don't forgive them, erase me from your sefer. So it means that he's now Vayachal. Vayachal means now he had to be chal on them. It rested on the midas rachmim through his tefillas. That's Vayachal, that was chal midas rachmim, and he forgave them. Ravanan Amri Malamid Shema Ashamar Moshe Lifnei Kodesh Baruch Hu Ribono Shel Olam Chulan Hulachal Levasos Kadavar Hazeh. Vayachal is a lashon of chulin. It's chulin, so it's something that's profane for you to do this, to destroy them is chulin. So that's vayachal. Vayachal Moshe Pnei Hashem. So another pshat, Tanya, Rabbi Elazar got a lot in Mer Melamich Amar Kodesh Baruch Hu Tefillah V'nei Kodesh Baruch Hu Sha'ad Sha'achzasa Achilo. He stood in davening until he was taken over by Achilo. My Achilo, what is Achilo? Amar Rabbi Elazar, Eish Shel Atzomas. It's the Eish of the Atzomas, that burning in the bones. My Eish Shel Atzomas, Amar Rabbi Eshta the Garmi. Fire in the bones. Zichor la'avram, so Moshe Rabbeinu's tefillah to have rachmin, the Rabbeinu Shalom should forgive Klal Yisrael. Zichor la'avram Yisrael avadach asher nishbat lehem bach. My bach asher nishbat lehem bach. What does it mean, bach, in you, by yourself? So Amar Rabbi Elazar Amar Moshe Levnei Kodesh Baruch Hu Ribono Shel Olam Ilmalei Nishbat Lehem B'Shamayim V'Haaretz. If the shvuah was only in the heavens and earth, Hayimer Kishem Sheshamayim V'Eretz B'Telim, just like the heavens and earth can be destroyed and can be terminated. Akach Shuascha B'Telim. The Yeshua could be bought. But you promised with your name. You promised the office in your name. So therefore, just like you are eternal forever, so therefore the promise you made to the office, you have to withhold it, and you cannot destroy Klal Yisrael. And you said to the you said that I will multiply your children and like the stars in the heaven, and all of this land that Asher Amarti, that I said. So, it should say, and V'chol Haaretz Asher, that Moshe Rabbeinu is talking, and he said, V'chol Haaretz Asher Amarta, and this land that you said that you would give to them, you have to give to them. So what does it mean, Asher Amarti? So Amar Lazar Ad Kan Divrei Talmud. Until there, that's the Divrei Talmud. From here on, it's the Rabbeinu Shalom is talking. Haaretz Azois Asher Amarti, and this land that I said I will give to them, I will give to them. Rabbi Shmuel ben Elchanani Omar Elevela Divrei Talmud. It's all Moshe Rabbeinu talking. Al Kach Omar. This is what Kach Omar Moshe Levnei Kodesh Baruch Hu. This is what Moshe said. Rabbeinu Shalom. He said, Rabbeinu Shalom. Devarim she'amarta li lechem mor lehem Yisrael b'shmi. That the words that you told me, say to Bnei Yisrael in my life. Halachti v'amarti lehem b'shimcha. I said, and I said it in your name. When I was in Mitzrayim, the words that you told me to tell them, then I will take you out of Mitzrayim and bring you to Eretz. I told them. Amar. So those words that you told me to say to them, I told to them. Akshav ma'ani omer lahem. Now, what can I say anymore? What can I say anymore? Mibilti yechelos Hashem. It says mibilti yechelos Hashem. Yochel mi boile. Why does it say Yechelos Loshen Keva? It should say Bli Yochel Hashem. Why does it say Yechelos? Amr v'Lazar Amar Moshe L'Kodesh Baruch Hu Ribono Shel Olam Akshav Yom Umas Olam Tashash Kena Keva Yochel Lahatz. It's a Loshen Keva because Moshe Rabbeinu said that now the nations will say, why did he destroy him in the Midbar? Because he didn't have the ability to bring him to Eretz Yisrael. That's what they'll say. And therefore, you're making it like it's a weak, like a lashon of weakness. Omar Kadosh Baruch Hu Moshe, so Rabbeinu Shalom Hakfor Rov Nisim Gvorsha Sislam Al Yam. What do you mean? Why will they say this? All the great nisim that I did on Yam Suf. Omar Lahem Rabbeinu Shalom. No, they'll still say Dainei Shalom Lamelech Echad Yochalamad L'Shleishim Yochalamad. They'll say he can withstand one king, Paro Melch Mitzrayim, but the 31 kings in Eretz Yisrael, he couldn't stand up against him. That's why he destroyed him in the Midbar. So you'll be making your name weak. He says, what does that mean? Tana, the Beit Rabbi Shmuel, Kidvarecha Asim Umasayno Blaim. They will, Enochanami, that's what they will say. Ashrei Talmud Rabba Maidalai. And Ashrei, how fortunate is the Talmud that the Rebbe is moided to his words. So he agreed with him. He says, you're right. If I don't take them to Eretz Yisrael, that's what the nations would say. But however, however, as I live, you with what you said, you gave me chiyus.